Holy shit. He said what?
Many people doubt Meghan has long been a mother. Following her attendance at Northwestern University, Meghan began dating Joe Giuliano. And the couple got married after having a child when Meghan was almost 20.
What?
Joshua Silverstein was her very first boyfriend. They were both only 30.
According to reports, Noelle was born in or around 1999, which fits the timeline perfectly.
It's really quite sad.
You know, I think as she told it, she approached me.
But apparently for me, that doesn't matter.
Given her appearance, Noelle does share some similarities with Joe and Meghan, and she's even more like Meghan.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
So imagine you built your whole vibe on being the royal rebel princess, and then the internet starts this wild rumor that you might have been hiding a daughter for 30 years, and now everyone is shocked and obsessed, and your whole story is even crazier than before.
I was researching the prince online and found out that the prince is now duped, so I can now go ahead and marry him. At that stage, Meghan contacted Joe, told him that, look, if you open your mouth, I'm gonna sue you.
So Meghan Markle does not just have skeletons in her closet, she has a whole maternity ward. And while she is out there giving interviews about finding her voice and crying about being silenced, people are like, girl, where was your voice when you were supposedly signing secret papers in Vegas? And if Meghan's life was a Netflix show, the tagline would be, new season, same lies, different prince every year, another leak, another scandal, another chapter in the world's messiest royal soap opera, and this time, it's not about tiaras or titles. It's about a child nobody was supposed to know existed.
Remember when she was born, big new addition to the family, and we just have a very young sister here.
Thomas Jr. was 14 when Meghan came into the world.
So the official story says Meghan Markle took a gap year to find herself and figure out her life. Sure sounds innocent, right? But the gossip mill tells a way crazier story. Instead of hiking in Europe, she was busy walking down the aisle saying, I do to Joe Giuliano, and everyone was shocked. And then just 9 months later, boom, rumors start flying about a baby girl, and everyone is talking about it non-stop. And the wildest part is, Prince Harry supposedly had no clue at all. Like, he was completely in the dark, and now the internet can't stop spinning theories, and her life just keeps getting messier and juicier every day.
Made a little mark on my board and said, oh, there's another lie. Click.
So here's the thing. Meghan Markle's official story has this huge hole in it. Like the kind of hole you can't fix with excuses you need, lies, and sealed court records. After graduating high school in 1994, the story says Meghan decided to take a gap year before college. Sounds cute, right? Traveling, eating gelato in Italy, having adventures. But here's the problem. Nobody can prove anything about where she actually was. No travel receipts, no photos, no friends, remembering wild adventures, nothing. And now, people are just left guessing and gossiping about what really went down in that mysterious year.
Clear to me at the time that, we were together, I would say. Yeah, she had a very clear idea of where she wanted her path to take.
So instead of backpacking across Europe, rumors say Meghan was putting on a wedding dress in Las Vegas, secretly marrying her teenage boyfriend. And honestly, doesn't that sound way more like the Meghan we know today? The queen of doing whatever it takes disappears for a whole year, and all we get is the vaguest explanation ever that gap year looks less like soul searching and more like damage control. And here's the kicker. If that missing year really involved a baby, then Meghan didn't just take a gap year. She took a gap child.
Time, that we were together, it's what kids did, right? So she told her friends she liked me, I told my friends I liked her, and then our friends met, and then they kind of arranged it, and then we became girlfriend and boyfriend.
So this rabbit hole gets even deeper. Vegas, the city of wild choices and rumors. Say Meghan Markle wasn't there for fun. She was secretly marrying Joe Giuliano, her teenage flame, not exactly royal vibes, and it wasn't some fancy elopement. Just two family witnesses, a courthouse, and boom, wedded bliss. That didn't last long, like a free hotel drink voucher.
Thank you. Hi, Daddy.
So months later, later, an annulment was filed. And here is where it gets really suspicious. The record was sealed in Vegas, a place where you can still find Elvis-themed divorces from the 70s, but somehow, Meghan's paperwork is locked up like national secrets. Why, what was so scandalous? That they had to slam the vault shut? Probably not privacy. Because Vegas courts don't do secrecy for fun unless there was something in those papers that could ruin her perfect self-made Duchess story, and this wedding was just the opening act. Because whispers don't stop at a teenage wedding. They say there was a pregnancy. Yep, while the official story makes her look like a globe-trotting free spirit, the rumors say she was dealing with a baby bump by mid-1995. Meghan allegedly had a daughter. Not a trip, not soul-searching, a whole child. And instead of owning it, she supposedly handed the baby to the Giuliano family like dropping off dry cleaning raised quietly. No adoption papers, no public acknowledgement, just erased from her shiny story like she never existed.
Now we're in Beverly Hills, and we're gonna pass the Beverly Hilton Hotel where I'll be on Sunday meeting the other.
So honestly, doesn't this sound totally like Meghan? Reinvent, erase, repackage. 1 minute, she's a Hollywood extra next. She's a royal duchess 1 minute. There's a husband, maybe a baby next. She's scrubbing the record clean. The Giuliano family supposedly raised that little girl quietly while Meghan went off to Northwestern to rebrand herself as the perfect starlet with no baggage. But you can only bury secrets for so long. And this one just turned 30. If the rumors are true, Meghan Markle didn't just walk away from a teenage marriage. She walked away from her own flesh and blood. The Giuliano family were old school, private traditional. They valued family commitment, stability. Meghan valued escape routes. So the alleged deal was made. The Giulianos would raise the child and Meghan would vanish into her shiny baggage-free life. No papers, no adoption, no official trail. Just a silent trade-off like a business deal nobody wanted to admit, and that's so on brand for Meghan. Every chapter of her story seems to come with a vanishing act. Friends disappear.
She loved me. I'm a hero, and suddenly I was thrown out.
Family gets cut off, relationships end in total chaos and scorched earth. So why would motherhood be any different if a baby threatened her big dreams of acting and climbing the social ladder? She would treat it just like everyone else who stopped being useful. Delete block and pretend they never existed. Completely erased from her life and story like it was never even real. And that's exactly how Meghan seems to operate every time something or someone gets in the way of her perfect image.
Out all kind of pictures, communications with Joe.
Meanwhile, the Giulianos were stuck holding the messy reality Meghan didn't want anyone to see. They raised a child completely hidden from the public eye while Meghan strutted off to college acting like her life was perfect and squeaky clean. But you can't keep secrets buried forever, and this one could totally shatter the royal facade she has been clinging to for years now. Meghan's little Vegas adventure goes from just being a little tacky to looking downright suspicious. A teenage marriage. Sure, that is embarrassing enough, but an annulment so secret that it's been sealed tighter than Buckingham Palace during a royal scandal, and everyone is left wondering what exactly she was trying to hide and why she had to go to such lengths to erase it from her story. That's not normal in Vegas. You can dig up dirt on anyone, washed up, rock stars, half drunk, Elvis weddings, even celebrities trying to forget their quickie divorces. But Meghan Markle's annulment is locked away like it's hiding state secrets. And let's be real, courts don't seal marriage records just because someone got cold feet. They do it when there's something explosive, something they never want resurfacing. So what was Meghan really hiding? Was she not the innocent Northwestern freshman she claimed to be? Or did that annulment come with an asterisk? A baby born right in the middle of it all? Think about it. Meghan's brand is built on authenticity, endless speeches about her truth struggles and journey. Yet the one chapter that could actually explain all of Meghan's ambition and her carefully crafted image is the very one she spent decades erasing. And the irony, the more she preaches about transparency, the more obvious it gets. Her past is a vault full of ghosts, and this ghost story isn't done haunting her yet. By the time Meghan Markle showed up at Northwestern, you would think she had been dropped from the sky. Brand new identity, polished smile, zero baggage. It was like watching someone reboot their entire system. No teenage marriage, no annulment, no whispers of a baby. Just actress Meghan pretending the past never happened. It wasn't reinvention. It was witness protection without a government contract. Let's not sugarcoat it. This wasn't some starry-eyed freshman chasing dreams. This was a calculated reboot. Meghan didn't just distance herself from the Giuliano family. She erased them from her life script. Poof, gone like extras, cut from a movie. She rolled into college selling the image of a free-spirited worldly traveler, when in reality, her so-called gap year had more red flags than a Buckingham Palace scandal memo, and everyone bought it. Professors, classmates, casting directors. Everyone swallowed Meghan's reinvention without asking what it really cost. Meghan's rise started with one lie stacked on another, until the foundation of her story was nothing but smoke. But smoke always clears, and what is left usually isn't pretty. Meghan thought she was slick. Wipe the slate clean, swap the old life for a shiny new script, and hope nobody notices the missing chapters. But secrets always leak, and in Meghan's case, they dripped out like a broken faucet. Friends of the Giuliano family couldn't keep quiet over the years. Little hints surfaced. Always vague, always careful, but always the same story. Meghan's past wasn't as spotless as she wanted everyone to believe. And the kicker, too many whispers started sounding identical. Different people, different places, same story. A teenage wedding, a hidden baby, a sealed annulment. That's not coincidence. That's a pattern. And if there's one thing Meghan can't control, it's other people's memories. She can ghost family, cut off old friends, bulldoze anyone who doesn't fit her story. But she can't rewrite the whispers that float around like smoke at a fire. The more she climbed Hollywood, the royals, the global spotlight, the louder those whispers got. Every new headline about Meghan speaking her truth only made people hungrier for the truth she never talks about. And that truth has a 30-year-old birthday cake on it. And now we get to the part Meghan has to dread the most, the calendar. Because if the whispers are true, that hidden daughter isn't a phantom of the past anymore. She's a grown woman, 30 years old, with her own voice, her own power, and nothing stopping her from stepping into the light. One headline, one interview, one DNA test. That's all it would take to flip Meghan's carefully scripted royal rebel story into a cautionary tale about lies, ambition, and abandonment. Think about it. Meghan has built an empire on telling her version of the story she cried on primetime TV. She made herself out to be the victim silenced by the monarchy. But what if the person she allegedly silenced first, her own daughter, decides she's done being invisible? That's not a PR crisis. That's a total demolition for 30 years. Meghan has allegedly kept this chapter locked away, betting silence and sealed records would hold forever. But time doesn't stay quiet. Children grow up secrets, grow teeth, and if this daughter ever speaks, it won't just bruise Meghan's image. It could obliterate the royal brand she clung to like a lifeline. And the best part, Meghan won't control the script. This time, Meghan Markle has spent years selling the world a polished image. But polish can't hide cracks this deep. A missing year that doesn't add up, a Vegas annulment, sealed like nuclear codes, whispers of a daughter. No longer a rumor, but a 30-year-old reality waiting to be acknowledged. Meghan can play victim spin interviews, make documentaries, but none of that erases the questions that haunt her past. The silence isn't strength, it's fear. Fear that the story she buried will walk into the spotlight and dismantle everything she's built. No matter how carefully Meghan crafts her narrative, the truth slips through cracks, and when it does, it won't just bruise her reputation. It will bulldoze the whole image she's fought to maintain. You can run from critics, dodge headlines, but you can't outrun blood. This isn't a fairy tale. It's a countdown. And when the clock strikes, Meghan won't be the one telling the story anymore. If you want the juiciest updates and all the real tea on Meghan Markle and the royals, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join. Taylor tells all for non-stop gossip, scandals, and everything they don't want you to know. Don't miss out. Stay in the loop with Taylor Tells All.